Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Joey J. 2015 will be epic, and it is. It seems to go, excuse me, a little spit. Seems that every 10 years, especially the 5, it's epic. Let me go back to 2005. You had the rise of John Cena and Dave Bautista at WrestleMania 21. 1995, you had the emerge of, Shawn Michaels in that main event against Diesel at WrestleMania 11 that finally put Shawn on the map. The year before with the ladder match, 1994 against Razor, Scott Hall at the Garden. 1995, Nitro came on the air. The Monday Night War started. Every 10 years, it seems, from 1985 with Hogan in the first WrestleMania to 95, the Shawn Michaels being number 1 in the Royal Rumble and the Bulldog being number 2. Them doing the whole fucking Royal Rumble, and then them two being the last two, and HBK still wins. 1995, 1992, 1995, and the 2009, and the 2005 are the 4 best Royal Rumbles ever. 1992 Royal Rumble, 1995 Royal Rumble, 2005 Royal Rumble, and 2009 Royal Rumble, the 4 best Royal Rumbles ever. And I don't care what anybody said. I like this year's too. I loved it when Batista won it, and everybody was booing him. I wish Batista would have gave everybody the bird. I wish he was saying yes, yes. It didn't have it, but if you see on the internet, after he won the Royal Rumble, as people going, yes, yes, and Batista's going with the middle finger. Yeah, no, 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 no. I'm going to the WrestleMania. Batista's the man, and he's coming back. Batista is returning. More on my show tomorrow. My show is shows tomorrow. My Hell in a Cell predictions. Everything that's going to happen in Hell in a Cell, I will preview tomorrow. I'll go through it all. Cena and Orton. Orton is going to go. He is going to wrestle, so it ain't going to be Cena versus Batista. Batista is returning, though. Sting is returning. Rumor has it Undertaker can't go in 2015, so he's going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame. Most likely he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He will be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. And also WCW might be getting a wing in the Hall of Fame. I know Kevin Nash is also going in the Hall of Fame this year. I mean, you already got Shawn Michaels in there. You got Scott Hall, a.k.a. Razor Ramon, in there. And he went in as Razor Ramon. But Kevin Nash said, I'm not going in the Hall of Fame as Diesel. I'm going in as Kevin Nash. Well, he's got every right to, because I think he was more popular as Kevin Nash in WCW than he was as Diesel in WWE. You know what I mean? It's just one of them things. Because, let's face it, when he was Diesel in WWE, Shawn Michaels was like his claim to fame, He walked out on Raw. I'll never forget it. He walked out on Raw. Shawn, if you ever see the Heartbreak and Triumph video, or DVD, I got it back here. Shawn was suspended for, he had little steroids in his system. And I don't know if he took them or not. Have you ever heard the story? Hold on, 30 matches away. The story was, Vince called Shawn into his office and said, Shawn, I have some bad news. I have something to tell you. We found a little trace, nothing big, of antibiotic steroid in your system. And Shawn, kept it real with him and said, I take prescription pills, and sometimes people give me pills, and I take them. I like to take pills. And this was Shawn back in the day. We know now, well, I don't know Shawn inside out. I mean, he's my favorite wrestler. But back now, he don't do that stuff. But back then, we all know Shawn was a big Xanax head, big coke head. He loved to drink. He loved to party. He was the Heartbreak Kid 24/7. I mean, you can listen to anybody and they'll tell you that. My favorite wrestler of all time. And that's when he was the best in the 90s. From 90, when he went from the time he dumped and threw Marty Jannetty through the barbershop window to 1998, until he lost to Austin at WrestleMania 14, Shawn Michaels was the man. And then he came back as that, I mean, hey, I'm a Christian too, but he came back as like that sissy Christian guy in 2002. And he was still fighting and kicking ass, and he beat Triple H at SummerSlam 02. But he came back as like a sissy. And finally in 2005, he fought Hulk Hogan. He told the people what he really thought, and I loved it. He really told the people, he said, Hulk Hogan, you go out there, and you've been living off a reputation you've been living off of 20 years. And this was in 2005. We're going back 9 years ago. Okay? That's why every year in the fives. I'm telling you, 2015 is going to be great. And in a couple seconds, a couple minutes, I'm going to read down the wrestlers that are involved now. It's going to be great. But Shawn was just the man. And the reason you can't count, like, you got to put Kevin Nash in the Hall of Fame as Kevin Nash is because when he was with Diesel, okay, in the beginning, Shawn was a heel. And him and Shawn feuded, and they had, they should have been the last match at WrestleMania 11. April 1st, 1995. WrestleMania 11 from Hartford, Connecticut. One of the worst, I think one of the, I wouldn't say one of the best WrestleManias, but it wasn't one of the worst. I can name 5 WrestleManias that were worse than WrestleMania 11. I mean, the only bad thing about WrestleMania 11 was LT and friggin' Bam Bam at the end. You know what I'm saying? 1995, people say it was the most horrible year in wrestling. I think that was one of the most happening years in wrestling. I mean, the Shawn Michaels Razor ladder match too at SummerSlam 95, that was great. You know what I mean? That was better than the first one they had at the Garden. I mean, and for people to go out there and say Shawn just went out there and had a match with a ladder, that's like, you know what? Fuck you. That's like a spit in the face of Scott Hall. One of the greatest of all time. Like Scott's nothing? Come on. Shawn Michaels wouldn't have nothing if it wasn't for Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. I mean, they were older than Shawn. Even though Shawn might have brought Kevin in, Kevin taught Shawn a lot. Shawn even said, Kevin's like my older brother. You know what I mean? Just because Shawn was in the WWE longer than Kevin doesn't make, Shawn over Kevin. You know what I mean? But you got to remember, that's why. Remember when Diesel was champion and then he made up with Shawn, they were friends, and then, we all knew that Shawn, I knew that Shawn Michaels, the 1, 2, 3 Kid, the Razor Ramon, and Diesel were all friends behind stage. And everybody knew it. And out of all of them, I mean, Razor and Shawn were both popular than Diesel. Now, maybe not the 1, 2, 3 Kid, and nobody knew Triple H or Atoya Maoya, Justin Incredible, or Louis Spicolli was with the Clique either. You know what I mean? And Albert. Albert rolled with them too. You know what I mean? And you had BSK back there, which was The Undertaker's crew, which was led by The Undertaker and the late, God rest his soul, Yokozuna. As you know, yeah, I was a Yokozuna fan because he squashed Hulkamania, and I love it. I'm going to read off, though, real quick, though. 95 was a great year, and I'm going to tell you why 2015 is going to be a great year. It will be epic. Why? You got a guy like Dean Ambrose, the lunatic fringe. The man is a madman. He's great. I mean, he's from Cincinnati, just like Brian Pillman. He talks with that deep voice, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Just like John Laurinaitis talks. People power, people power. But John Laurinaitis, you can suck it because you always suck. But Dean Ambrose is the man, the future of wrestling. Seth Rollins, I love Dean Ambrose, but Seth's better. Seth is the best in the ring. Brawling, Dean Ambrose can brawl. Hell in the Cell, I'll give my predictions all tomorrow. I said Rollins was going to win. Kind of changed it up a little. I'll tell you all tomorrow on my big show. Great show coming at you tomorrow. Rollins and Ambrose are going to be the last match at Hell in a Cell, and they are going to tear the friggin' cell down. They're going to tear, where's Hell in a Cell at? In Dallas, the American Airlines Center? Yeah, that's where it's at. They're going to tear down the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, and also, Dallas, Texas, AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where the Cowboys play. WrestleMania 32. That's where WrestleMania 32 is going to be at, in Dallas, Texas. And Dallas is a hotbed for wrestling. We all know that's where World Class Championship Wrestling was. That's where the Sportatorium was with Kerry Von Erich. The Claw. Remember the Claw, Kenny Rocks, when they used to give you the claw and chest shots, Ghazi? Brick fist, brick fist, brick fist. Big shout out to my clique. Mikey Noor, clique chick Stacy, Tally O'Neil, Buddha Guns, Ace Diesel. All my clique. My brother D-Mac, my brother Mikey Moo. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the clique. My dad Mike, everybody. Everybody in the clique. Throw the 2 fingers up. 2 fingers in the air. Fran Diddy, what's up? Chris Wildtooth. Everybody I know. Pooch. Everybody. Eyeball, Scoo, Pacemaker, Snoop. Everybody. What's up? For life. Because when you're with the NWO, you're NWO. What do they say, Chris? You're NWO for life. That's Chris Andriaccio, my main man, Pots and Pans, for life. Me and Chris could still run the show if we wanted to. and the clique is on board. Right, Mikey? Right to my cousin Mikey Noor. He knows what I'm talking about. We taking over. But I'm going to tell you why 2015 is going to, just not Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Randy Orton's still young. He's only going to be 35 April 1st. And he's not an old man. People say, oh, we've been seeing Randy Orton. Because Randy Orton was pushed in 2004 to beat Chris Benoit for the world title. And he did. I mean, he shocked the world and beat him. But then he lost the title a month later to Triple H because Triple H got jealous. There's a rumor that Triple H is going to be screwing Orton again because he's protecting Seth Rollins. And it's going to get out. Now there's a rumor that Orton might be fighting Triple H at WrestleMania, which I kind of really wouldn't want to see because that would be the, oh my gosh, how many times are they going to fight at WrestleMania or pay-per-views, Randy Orton and Triple H? I mean, I can't even name how many times they fought at pay-per-views and WrestleManias. I mean, it wouldn't even, you know, I want to see Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. That's what I want to see. One more time, one-on-one, in the ring, HBK and Triple H. I want to see it one more time, and I think the whole world wants. Nobody wants to see Triple H versus The Rock. I want to see The Rock versus Batista. I want to see The Rock versus Brock. I want to see The Rock and Kurt Angle again. I don't want to see The Rock and Triple H again. I really don't. I don't. Definitely not the main event. Maybe in the mid-card, but not in the main event. No, no way. Also, Rey Mysterio, gone from the WWE. Rumor has it he's talking to AAA. That's Mexico's one of their biggest wrestling promotions that is affiliated with TNA and GFW. So don't be surprised if you see Rey and Chavo Guerrero's in TNA. Don't be surprised to see Rey pop up in TNA, which I think he will. Or he might be waiting for GFW. I don't know. But it's going to be fun when GFW comes out because you're going to have GFW and TNA going head-to-head on Wednesday nights. And then you're going to have SmackDown. It's supposed to already be on Thursday nights, but it's going to be on the night in about 40 minutes. So I guess we'll have to wait till then. You know what I mean? But it's supposed to be on Thursday soon with the fist. The Brick Fist! Mikey Noor, click for live, baby. And I'll hit you up tomorrow, Mikey. Real rap, all right? I'll hit you up from a real phone so I can talk to you. You know what I mean? But so many other things, like Ryback. Ryback's the man. I mean, if anybody saw this, I saw a real quick of Ryback in the hospital on the internet. And they got plans for Ryback. I got a feeling Ryback's going to win the Royal Rumble because Ryback versus Brock Lesnar at the main event of WrestleMania would be great. That would be a great main event. But you know what's going to happen? The briefcase has never been cashed in at WrestleMania. So that's kind of why I still think, even though I don't want it to happen, I think Roman Reigns is going to win the Royal Rumble. I don't want it to happen, and I will bill because I'm going to be there. I don't want it to happen, but it'll be a storyline because Seth Rollins used to be in the Shield and close with Roman Reigns, you know. And they were supposed to be feuding now, but Roman got hurt, you know. He had that problem, herniated, you know, he had a hernia by his balls. So, you know, he's not feuding with Seth Rollins right now. But the rumor that they're going with right now is that Roman Reigns is going to win the Royal Rumble. This is just a rumor. It's going to be Roman and Brock, the last match at WrestleMania. Roman's going to win the title, and then Seth Rollins is going to cash in and win the belt. And going off the air at WrestleMania 31 at Levi Stadium, Seth Rollins is going to have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in his hands, and that's going to be it. You know. Also, a rumor, it's going to be a triple threat. Roman Reigns and Randy Orton both challenging Brock Lesnar, and a trip with Reigns and Orton falling out at the same time. That's a new rumor. So 2015 is going to be epic, just like 2005 was epic, just like 1995 was epic, just like 1985 was epic with the first WrestleMania. 2015 is going to be epic, I'm telling you. Tomorrow, my show, Hell in the Cell predictions. Get ready because I'm giving everything. I'm telling you all my predictions. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, they are going to tear the roof off the American Airlines Center in Dallas. If you live in Dallas and you're not going to that pay-per-view, you're fucking crazy because that match is going to be awesome. Cena and Orton's going to be good too, but Orton's a little hurt, as you know. Orton's not happy with WWE. But tomorrow I got a lot. I'm going to be talking about Batista, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio leaving, Mysterio and Del Rio both going to TNA or GFW. I don't know what Jeff Jarrett has planned, but this is Joey G. You can see me tomorrow on my Hell in the Cell prediction show. This is Joey G, and I'm out. Peace.